Hey, today I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw this turkey or this bread that was in the shape of a turkey. And so, of course, I had to look for me a recipe on this. And I found the recipe from Mirthacooks, tweaked it a little bit, not much, and went ahead and made this. I just had to do it. I'll post all the ingredients necessary at the end of the video, underneath the video. All right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 1 1/4 cup of lukewarm water, and I made it right around 112 degrees, and I added in the 1/3 cup of sugar, and then I added in the packet of dry yeast, and I'm gonna let that sit there for about 10 minutes, and then I'll start adding in the other ingredients as necessary. All right, next I'm going to add in the salt and the poultry seasoning. And the vegetable oil, and we should be ready for the flour at this point. All right, let's give that a mix. And we'll start adding the flour. I've got it on a pretty low speed. Now this is 3 cups of flour, and what I'm going to find out is when I get done mixing this up real well, I felt like it was way too soupy, way too wet, and so I added another 1/2 cup of flour, and I came up with a consistency I felt like was the right amount. All right, at this point, I'm going to take the dough and I'm going to scrape it out of the bowl and turn it out onto a floured surface on the counter. And I'm going to knead a little bit of that flour in there until I get it to where it's not tacky, so that I can put it in a bowl, cover it, and let it rise a little bit before I form the turkey. Got it where I want it. All right, now it has risen. Now it's time to shape a turkey out of this if I can. I'm going to get my best shot now. I'm no artist by any stretch of the imagination, but we'll see how it goes. It turned out pretty good, so I was pleased with it. All right, I realized I needed to be shaping this on the pan in which I'm going to bake it, so I transferred it over to this pan, and here we go. I'm starting to make the wings, the wing sections. I'm going to cut them all the way up to where I would figure the shoulders are, and try to make it equal on both sides. And out of that, we're going to shape the wings. Of course, those wings are way too long, so we're going to need to cut them off. And like I said, I'd watched a video on how to do this, and I'm just winging it and doing the best I can. No pun intended, by the way. We're just going to shape it as we go. Save those parts. Now I've got to cut this at an angle to shape the body of the turkey. Once again, trying to make it equal, trying to find the middle of the turkey there. Out of that, I'll make one of the turkey legs, and I'll do the same thing to the other side, and out of that I'll make the other turkey leg. And then you're just going to kind of form this, and down at the bottom, of course, is going to be skinny. And then I'm going to eventually realize that the thighs on this are just a little too skinny, so I'm going to add the dough that I took off of the wings. I'm going to add it underneath to thicken up those legs. And pretty much got me a good shape to a turkey here. Not too bad. I mean, for a first timer. All right, to make it look a little more real, gotta kind of give it a spine. So you take a sharp object and just kind of cut a spine right down the middle of the turkey. There we go. And now to get a pair of scissors and kind of cut some feathers into the wings, make them look a little more real. And like I say, I'm going to add a little more of that dough to the legs, kind of plump them up a little bit. Nothing worse than skinny legs. You don't want a turkey to look like you haven't worked out. All right, now there we go. That's ready. Now I let that rise for about 30 minutes, then I made an egg wash, and I'm going to cover it with that and get ready to bake. Now I put that into an oven for about 30 minutes at 350, and here are the results. Turkey bread. I kind of like it. I think it's kind of cool. I don't know. It's kind of goofy, and it tasted really good. I hope y'all try this. It was a lot of fun.